Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope everyone was having a fantastic day today. Today we're going to be talking about the new Sims 4 Business and Hobbies expansion pack. The trailer just dropped and I wanted to go through it a little bit, so I'm going to be taking different shots from the trailer and talking about it a little bit more. This won't be everything from the trailer. If you want to watch the whole trailer, it will be down below in the description, but these are just like a few things that I decided to take from the trailer. So just as a general thing to say, for what I've seen from the trailer and from the title of the expansion pack, I feel as though it's very much aspects of The Sims 2. I recognize so many things from The Sims 2 that they are adding to The Sims 4, which I think is really cool. In The Sims 2, I think it was called Open for Business. You could run businesses from your house, and it looks like you can do that with this expansion pack as well. You also had certain objects where a Sim would pay. So for example, you can see it over here in this trailer. This Sim looks like they are busy paying on this machine, and it's taking away 22 simoleons. And in The Sims 2, instead of having objects for sale, what you could also do is place like a meter or something at the door where a Sim could pay and then basically just use anything in the room or just look at anything. Over here, it looks like they have like a gallery type thing, and you have the Sim in the back looking like they're paying 22 simoleons entrance fee. So I'm guessing that is also very similar to The Sims 2. It looks like we are possibly going to get some candy stuff, so you can make like a candy store, which is really cool. I don't know if this person is making candy floss. It looks like a candy floss machine, but yeah, it looks like you can have a sweet store. While you were waiting for the trailer to come, there were Sims walking past what looked like a coffee shop, so I'm assuming you can have something like that. Over here we have an image of a gym, so similar to what I was talking about, you'll pay an entrance fee and then you'll probably be able to use the gym, which is really cool. Now I think one of the biggest things in this pack that a lot of people are really excited about is the tattoo aspect. So you can actually run your own tattoo parlor. Your Sim can actually get tattoos not only in Creator Sim, but also it looks like if they come to this business, then they'll have a tattoo artist work on them. Looks like here in Creator Sim they're showing off some of the tattoos you can get. There's like face tattoos, there's like head tattoos. If you look on the side, you can apparently layer tattoos, which is really cool. They have the different body parts selected kind of at the top of the Creator Sim screen. So it looks like you can have it on your upper arm and your lower arm as well as your leg. So it looks like that you can have a lower stomach tattoo, a chest tattoo, back tattoos either at the lower back, the top back, or it looks like face tattoos. And also looks like there's quite a few options for different tattoos. I'll be curious if you can mix and match. So for example, over here we have a tattoo. I don't know if that's of a snake, but it's on the lower back section. I wonder if you can make the snake like wrap around your wrist or somewhere on your leg. I think that would be very cool if it's interchangeable, but I'm not sure. Now this is what I think a lot of people went completely mad with once this was revealed in the trailer. Change the brush size, you can change the brush rotations. This layout is very much the same, or at least something I recognize with something that came with The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion pack. So it looks like you have that exact feature where you could customize your pets, but now it applies for tattoos too, and when they're busy placing them, it's kind of like a free range thing. So it's not in an exact spot, so you can basically put these stamps, tattoos anywhere on your Sim's body, for what I could understand from this trailer. So here we have another shot of the tattoo parlor. You can also see a lot of the objects that it looks like is coming with the expansion pack. I'm not really going to go in much detail with the objects, but if you want to go through the trailer, pause. I'm sure you guys can recognize what there is. My little thing is that I haven't been keeping track with the Sims 4 stuff, so I don't really know what's new and what's not. I'm assuming they would only use the new expansion pack and the base game stuff, so if you don't recognize anything, I'm guessing that's coming with the pack, but just in case they decided to add something, I don't want to spread misinformation. So it looks like the tattoo bed, I don't know if that's what you call it, is very similar to the massage table, and over here you can see the tattoo artist working on the Sim. There's also like a ring light, which is really cool, and then at the bottom there is a simoleon counter, and as the Sim is being worked on, the counter actually goes up. So I'm assuming it might be the amount of time the tattoo takes, maybe the money goes up, or the color. I don't really know what's going to affect it. Over here we have someone checking themselves out in the mirror looking at their cool tattoos. Now over here, this is very interesting because the bottom half is the tattoo parlor, and then you can kind of see your sim go upstairs into an apartment. So it does seem like you're able to have home businesses now, and something that looks really cool, it looks like in build and buy mode there's going to be a new option. So you can kind of set a type for the room. Example, you can set this area as being residential, this area as being public, and this area as being employees only. So if somebody comes to your home business as a customer, they probably will not have access to the residential areas or to the employee only areas, and vice versa, which is really cool because when I was playing Sims 4 Get to Work and I try and do like a home business type of thing where I build an apartment on the lot, Sims will just randomly walk into my house, and it's a bit annoying. So this is a really cool feature. So over here we are going to the hobbies part of the expansion pack, and we are getting pottery, which is really cool. In The Sims 2, I forgot which pack it came from, but you were able to do pottery, and I've been getting back into The Sims 2 and I've actually enjoyed the pottery wheel. So over here it looks like you're going to have a pottery skill, and you can kind of make different things based off of that. For example, there's the vase, there's the planter pot, the candle lantern, the cake stand, the candle holder, the oil burner, and it looks like there's going to be more as it goes on. Looks like there's going to be a skill for it, seeing as there's a skill level. There is also a little snippet of a child looking like they're playing with clay, and I believe clay was actually in the base game, so I don't know if this has something to do with the new pack, or they're just showing that the adults are doing pottery and the kids are like playing with clay. It looks like when your sim is done making the pottery, they have an option to paint the pots. I don't know if there's going to be a basic paint for every single one, but I'm assuming they would have different coloring options, because to me that just kind of makes sense. So this is very interesting because here is the pottery after it's been painted, but there's also a rose in there, which to me is very interesting because if you go back to this slide, he was making a round vase, and if you can actually put flowers in the vases, that's really cool. I'm assuming that might mean that you'll be able to do plants in the planter pot, or candles in the candle lantern, or maybe put cakes on the cake stand. It's really cool. Hopefully this is a feature. This is what I'm assuming. It's really cool that your Sims will be able to make pottery and actually use it. So it's not just like this decorative thing. If you can actually grow plants in the plant pot, that would be really nice. So in this slide, I don't really know exactly what's going on. It looks like you have a sim teaching other people like how to make pottery, or maybe how to become a tattoo artist. So maybe it's more of a mentorship. I'm not really sure. I think that's a cool feature. If it is a type of mentoring ship, that would also be really cool. I'm not sure for certain actually what's going on, I'll be honest. So over here, it looks like you have the business pop-up screen. So this looks very familiar to some of the other screens that pop up if you have like Get to Work and you have a business that way, or something else this reminds me of is, I don't know what this reminds me of. I think I was going to say vet clinics, but I'm not too sure. It does look a bit different. It looks like you can enter the name of your business. It looks like you can change the icon, business activities. You can kind of say like what happens there. And I just see now that it says attend classes and lectures. So that is what was going on, which is really cool. I think I would be interested to see if you can somewhat make a high school or a university or like a course using this pack. I know they have something for high school years and for university, but if you can attend classes and lectures, I'm curious how that's going to cross over with those expansion packs. It looks like there's an entrance fee, so you can have it on entry, or I believe you can probably set items for sale, because there's also an option for price modifiers. Target customers, that's really cool that you can set what type of customers you want coming to your businesses. So for example, if you want like a toy store or something, then you can have like probably kids coming over, or possibly it looks like you can set people up who have certain traits or aspirations, similar to the club system in Get Together, I would imagine, where you can filter out who you want to be able to join your club. That's really cool. So over here we kind of have an example of a business that doesn't have one of those prepaid meters. I really don't know what you call it, but it looks like customers are just buying stuff off of the shelves, which for me, this is very curious. I know I've compared this pack a lot to Get to Work, but this just seems like a feature you get with Get to Work. So I'm curious to see more about this and how it differs from Get to Work. It also looks like your Sims have a chance of failing at making pottery, which I always like those small little details, no matter which sim game it is. For example, in the base game, you can do like woodworking, and sometimes you can make like a very nice knife block or elephant statue, or sometimes it's just a pile of broken down wood. I think that's very accurate because sometimes you mess up, especially in the beginning. So it's cool that that's also an aspect. So during this trailer, it kind of tells you a story story. So you have the tattoo artist, you then have a man making pottery with a child that I'm assuming is his. I'm assuming they're a family, but I don't want to assume, but I'm gonna assume they're a family. And it looks like the child was playing with pottery, which is really cute, and now the child is like grown up, and it looks like that the child can like observe what's going on with the tattoo artistry and possibly get skills from that. The reason why I'm saying that is because in this clip you can see the older woman talking to who used to be the child about pottery. Over here you can see that the branch tats and pots, which I'm assuming is the business, is actually going like towards the other sim. So I'm assuming that is something similar to inheritance, where you can actually leave the business to them, or you can give a business to somebody else, which is also like a really neat feature, kind of keep it in the family. And then over here we just have a zoomed out version of what I'm assuming is going to be the world that comes with the expansion pack. So it looks really cool. What I'm curious about this world is that, especially at the back, it looks like a lot of these builds are shell buildings, so buildings you can't actually enter or own. It looks like some of them you can enter and own. I definitely see maybe 1 or 2 properties. So editing Katie here, I managed to find a map of the world, and it looks like there will be 10 playable lots. The lots are quite spread out. It looks like the world is quite big, so I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of shell buildings around each property. I think 10 lots is a decent number. I don't know, I'm greedy. I would like a few more lots considering how many shell houses and buildings there are, but 10 is a pretty good number. So the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack should be available on the 6th of March, and apparently if you pre-order it by April the 18th, you can get like additional content, it looks like, which is really cool. I'm scared to say this, but I'm actually excited about this pack. I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know if I would actually buy this pack. I like the features that are coming with it. It looks like every aspect of this pack was very well thought out, and there's a lot to each thing. So for example, with the tattoos, it's not just you can run a tattoo parlor, but it looks like you can also do the stamps and the color wheel and different placements. I think that's all very incredible as well. And the businesses, I'm glad that you have those monitor clock in things as well, and it's not just selling things normally. When I first heard about this pack release, I wasn't too happy. I'll be completely honest. I was not happy, because to me, Businesses and Hobbies, I read businesses and in my mind I'm thinking of Get to Work. I'm like, Get to Work was supposed to be all about owning your own business, and of course you can like work as a doctor, you can work as a scientist, and you can work as a cop. But another big aspect of Get to Work was the businesses aspect. So the fact that they're releasing a completely different expansion pack that has similarities, that was the part that really worried me. But watching this trailer, I was happily surprised. I was actually there for the premiere and chat was going absolutely mad. So many people look super excited for this. I'm curious to see the gameplay trailer. I might actually watch that. I'm curious to see more about this pack as time goes on, because it's happened before where I've gotten really excited about something and it just doesn't meet my expectations. So I definitely want to keep tabs on this pack, but I don't know, it looks like it could be really good, which I don't say often, so I'm very pleasantly surprised. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this expansion pack down below in the comments. I would love to read through it and just hear what everybody has to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!